So in my 8 years of photography, I have heard it all the statements and opinions about photography and just what it consists of. And some of the things that I've been hearing are not entirely true. So I want to debunk some of those myths today and give you some comfort in knowing what is not so true from a photographer's perspective. All right, so myth number 1 is that you need expensive gear to take great photos. Wrong answer. In my humble opinion, great photos depend on your creativity and technique instead of just having the most expensive gear. And a lot of stunning photography work is done with entry-level equipment. I just think it's unfair to kind of have this thought that the more expensive it is, the better it is. And that's just not true. In my experience as a photographer, when I first began, I was using a Canon T3i Rebel series, and that is said to be a beginner, camera. And I was creating some good stuff on that. I had it for about 2 years until I upgraded to the 6D, and then now I'm at the 5D Mark IV. But no, I had that camera and it was amazing. It did what it needed to do, and I had a beautiful 50mm lens on there, the Nifty 50, and I use it to this day. So I just always say, please don't get your head around the price and get what you can afford and really focus on composition, your lighting, your technique, and capturing a great photo that has a story in it and that gives you what you need. Whether you're focusing on great portraits or focusing on animal photography, food photography, landscape photography, whatever it is, just hone in on that and enhance those skills that I just said. The second myth is that you have to use manual mode all the time to be a great photographer. All right, now listen. Even though manual mode gives you greater control with how you set up your settings and how the photo is going to look, there are some great cameras that have automatic and semi-automatic modes, and you can get some good stuff out of it. I really recommend this for beginner photographers because shooting in manual may be a little intimidating when you don't know too much about aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. So when you're in automatic, you can look back on those settings when you look at your photo properties and review all of those numbers in those settings, and you can begin to learn. But listen, I, even to this day, guys, sometimes shoot in automatic, and I'm grateful for it, especially for like events. If I'm doing event photography, automatic can really work for me, but then I'll definitely change to manual because certain lights in there can change. But let's not sleep on that, and let's not determine a good photographer if you only use manual. Not true, not true. All right, the next myth is that more megapixels means better photos. Megapixels contribute to the resolution and the size of a photo, but don't necessarily contribute to the image quality. There are other factors like your lens quality, your sensor size, and your image processing that are far more important. I think naturally people are just stunned by how big the megapixels can be within a camera, because you gotta go big or go home, right? Not necessarily all the time. And here's a quick hot take that I really believe. I really believe that the lens is a little bit more important than the camera body. So when you focus on getting a nice lens, like a 85 or a 50 or a 24x70, whichever lens you're trying to get that is really nice, maybe a prime lens, that is going to make sure that your image quality is up there. So take a deep breath and don't get so tied up about those pixels, because I'm telling you guys, it really don't matter. I'm 8 years in and it don't matter as much as you think. The next myth is that you can fix everything in post-production. I don't really think that's fully true. I understand that there is great editing techniques. Listen, I know how to edit and get blemishes off and things of that nature. But I think it's better for you to aim to get the best shot in camera. So make sure that your settings are good and that when you look back at that photo in the camera, you're like, this looks good even before editing. And that is one of the best feelings ever. Trust me, I know how it feels. So yeah, just hone in on creating a great image in camera. All right, and the last myth that I'll share is that editing your photos makes them less authentic. Guys, editing is a natural part of the photographic process because it can enhance the impact and clarity of your photos. And honestly, editing really does help to hone in on the photographer's vision and style, because there are a lot of photographers out there, but we all have different styles. Some are similar, but our style really depends on our editing. So I would even say that editing creates some type of authenticity within your photographic expression, honestly. So yeah, if you like to do moody photos, bright photos, vibrant photos, less contrast, more sharp photos, whatever it is, that is going to be you. And people are going to be able to say, hey, that's Ashley Mia's photos, or that's, insert your name here, photos. And that's a good feeling because they can spot you out of the crowd. So overall, I think it is so important that we demystify a lot of these myths so that people are not getting misinformation and feeling unmotivated to do photography. Photography is a beautiful skill, and I think it's so important. It's important to marketing, it's important to brands, businesses, important for our kids in the history books when they're looking at photos of our public figures that are here and gone, and for so many other great reasons. So I hope this video helped you, and if it did, go ahead and leave me a comment. I love to get a party started down there and we can talk about whatever you feel like you resonated with or you may want to have a different opinion about. Let me know. Thank you again, and I'll see y'all in the next video.